to the two-stencil powder wafers learning video for the powder printer from Fusing Factory. Let's jump right in. The first step is to place your shelf and first stencil in the powder printer as shown, ensuring the stencil is snugly in the double peak aligner. With your sifter full of powder, begin sifting over the stencil. For best results, make multiple passes over your design, tapping gently so that you can build up the desired thickness with multiple thin layers of powder. This will give you the most even result. Once you are satisfied with the application of powder, it is time to remove the first stencil. Simply lift the front edge until the stencil no longer touches the shelf. You can now fully remove the stencil without risk of disturbing the powder design. Dump the extra powder on a clean sheet of paper so that you can return it to the jar. It is time to place the second stencil. Thanks to the double peak aligner, positioning the stencil is very easy to do. With the end of the stencil closest to you raised above the powder printer, fit the stencil into the aligner and then lower the stencil. Fill your sifter with powder and begin sifting powder on the stencil the same way you sifted for the first color. Continue sifting until the stencil is covered with a sufficient thickness of powder. It's time to remove the second stencil. Keeping the stencil positioned in the aligner, lift the edge of the stencil until it no longer touches the shelf, at which point you can remove the stencil from the powder printer. Return the excess powder to the jar. Fire your powder wafers using this schedule. As with all glass firing schedules, you may need to make adjustments for your kiln. Here are the fired wafers ready for use in a fused glass project.